So I started working with medicine with a facilitator. I started with psilocybin for treating treatment-resistant depression. And that facilitator helped me with some integration afterwards. It was just one session with them. And I went on to do some more sessions with psilocybin on my own, and then some other things like ayahuasca as well. Um, and all throughout that, I realized that the integration part was very important, and I was missing that, which is what led me to reach out and find you. I found your podcast and started listening to your podcast, and your message really resonated with me, and the services you provided resonated with me as well. So I decided to reach out to you. It was a big leap for me too. Both the time and the expense were big, big cons for me. So I was doing, I guess I would consider integration work on my own. This was like several months past my initial journey. And I was doing a lot of journaling and meditating and things like that, and trying to integrate some of the lessons that I had learned. But I wasn't getting the full benefit from it. And I realized that, psychedelics without integration work is just an experience. And that's fine if you just want to have an experience. But I wanted to actually, improve my day-to-day life and, improve my circumstances and take the lessons that I'm learning and actually get some value from them. I wasn't getting enough value on my own, so I needed to reach out to you and do that. So I decided to take the leap and do that. When I reached out to you, I feel like I was no longer struggling. So I had gotten past my initial challenges and depression and struggles. But I was at the point where I also wasn't making any forward progress. So I had these lessons that I learned, and there were clearly more lessons that I needed to learn. But I hadn't been making any progress on them. So I was very stuck and stalled, and just felt like I was kind of wasting my time on my own. So it felt valuable to me to reach out to you to try to get some professional advice on how to move forward and how to better get value from the experiences I've already had. And that's hard to pick. So I found all of your online courses to be valuable, though I'm not 100% of the way through them all yet. But I feel like the biggest thing is the same thing you get from talking with any other, professional person, is you get viewpoints that you haven't considered, ideas that you hadn't thought of, things to try that you just can't come up with on your own. I can't do those things on my own. I just don't have your perspective. So just having another perspective, like a medicine elder, to help me along was supremely helpful. Yeah, I have taken a lot of lessons that I've gotten from psychedelics and brought them into my daily life. I'm not done with that, and I probably never will be. I feel like integration is an ongoing lifetime process, but I have made tremendous strides and tremendous progress in the time that I've been working with your help, and all the work I've done on my own as well. So much so that it's immediately noticeable to my friends and family. My wife can recognize the tons of progress I've made. Some specific things, like I'm trying to work past, social anxiety and shyness and things like that, and I've made huge strides with that. Giving a big talk about my experience with depression and psilocybin, and just a lot of other ways too. And some of them are big and some of them are small. Yes, I think just the general life support outside of the framework that we had. So our bi-weekly meetings or whatever they were, and outside the coursework. Just the amount of support you're able to provide. I reached out to you when I was, going through a crisis period, and you were able to provide tremendously helpful advice for that. Just having someone on my side, the true sense of the coach, I think exceeded my expectations. I think that you provide a lot of value because you have so much experience and different viewpoints. So you come at it from a lot of different places. I appreciate your earth witchiness and your just woo-ness, which is kind of outside of my own spirituality, but it's been extremely helpful for me. So I feel like you could help people from a lot of different backgrounds, like someone who's completely, not very spiritual like me, or someone who is full into their spirituality. Definitely set up a call, meet with Sinclair, find out if you guys mesh. If you don't mesh, then, no harm done. You spend some time and that's about it. But if you do mesh, then I think it's worth exploring. It is, time and money that you're spending. Mostly it's, you got to put the effort in to get the effort out of it. But I would strongly recommend that if it appeals to you at all, and if you mesh with Sinclair at all, you should definitely give it a try. It's been extremely valuable for me. I feel like I'm still in the beginning of it changing my life, which is kind of interesting. So I'm not very far along on my journey, and I've already made great strides. So I feel like I've got a lot still to go. I'm interested to see where I go, and I'm probably going to need your help getting there. But yeah, so far it's been a wonderful journey.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to give me a rating now. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being hell yeah, do it forever, 1 being run for your life. What, how likely are you to recommend me as a coach to other people?
Oh, I would definitely recommend you as a 10. As long as someone meshes with you, if you're not the right client for Sinclair, or Sinclair's not the right coach for you, then 0, but otherwise a 10.
Awesome. Thank you, brother.